Welcome back to the channel. I'm in the Sands campsite in Gairloch in Wester Ross. Probably my favourite campsite in the UK, to be honest. And while it has got everything that I need, including a restaurant and a well-stocked shop, it's kind of typical of many campsites and indeed overnight airs that I stay at, in that it's a few miles from the nearest town or village. Now, as I mentioned, this campsite at Sands has everything I need to be self-contained in my Caravaggio campervan, but many campsites aren't as well equipped as this one, and it can be a real pain if you've forgotten to buy something you need in the last shop you passed, or you might fancy wandering into a village pub for a beer or two in the evening. Now, I guess this is where caravans have an advantage over campervans or motorhomes. You just jump in your car and off you go. But if you're like me, once you've settled your campervan into a space, you've put the levelers out, you've turned the seats around, you've put out the camp chairs and everything else, you just don't want to move. Now, I know some motorhomers tow a small car for that very eventuality, but that's not really an option I'd want to consider. It suggests to me a wee bit of kind of wealth porn. And besides, if you use a motorhome to tow a car, wouldn't you be better and considerably cheaper just buying a caravan? For me, the answer is to carry a bike, but I know many campervanners who don't like the idea of a bike rack stuck in the back of their camper, or they kind of feel that a bike on a rack is a constant temptation to thieves and they're reluctant to leave it anywhere. So why not carry the bike inside the van? Yeah, I know dirty, oily chains can be very messy, and I fully agree, but what about a small fold-up bike that doesn't have any oily chain? Is there such a thing? There is. Have a look at this. Let me introduce you to the ADAE-Air 20 Pro, and I'm just about to ride it back into Gairloch, about 3 miles away, for a coffee in one of my favourite coffee shops. So why don't you join me, and I'll tell you a wee bit more about this bike and why I think it's a great buy for campervanners like me. The ADAE-Air 20 Pro is predominantly a city bike, but it folds down into a relatively small and reasonably lightweight package, one that will certainly fit easily into a campervan. I rather like the notion that even after parking my campervan up for the night, I still have a reliable form of transport to use. I've never actually ridden a bike with small 20-inch wheels like this, and it's taken me a few minutes to get used to the narrow handlebars, but hey, how delightful it is just to ride along, roll along this road and enjoy this wonderful Wester Ross scenery. This bike has automatic gearing, a carbon belt drive, which is a real game changer if you want to pack the bike away inside your campervan. No more oily chain drives. And a surprisingly punchy Bafang 250 watt rear hub motor. Now, I'll go over all the specs in a little while, but for now I'm looking forward to a coffee and a bun in the Hillbilly Cafe here in Gairloch. It's a funky kind of place, but I like it. Can I flat white, please?
Yeah, of course. We only take card, is that okay?
No.
Okay.
Gosh. Oh, listen, don't bother.
Okay.
This is strange. Right, thank you.
Sorry about that.
Okay. Well, I did say it was a strange kind of cafe. It's a great coffee shop, mind you, and I just didn't have a credit card with me. Very odd. The world is becoming increasingly strange. Oh well, looks like I'll just have to ride the bike back to the camper van if I want a coffee. I can't believe they don't take cash. Oh well, ho hum, let's just enjoy the ride. Okay, let's look at the bike in more detail, and as you can see it folds up very simply and conveniently. The pedal assist is powered by this Bafang 250 watt motor, which also has an automatic 2-speed gearing system. Instead of an oily drivetrain, the ADAE-20 has a carbon belt system that makes for quiet and efficient riding. And for me, this is a real game changer. 20-inch wheels with a 1.95-inch anti-puncture tyres, with a tread I think designed more for tarmac rather than gravel or off-road use, I think it's fair to say. Adjustable front fork suspension to help ease out some of those notorious bumps on the Highland roads. Fully adjustable handlebars, and you can twist them and raise or lower their height to suit your own personal comfort and riding style. Very simple. Tektro front and rear hydraulic disc brakes, and they deliver pretty powerful stopping power, I have to say. I was quite impressed with the braking power. And where do you think the 36 volt lithium battery lives? Well, it's here, in the seat post, which is also lockable. I think that's pretty novel. And the battery switches on and off here, just below the saddle. The multifunctional display is in colour and offers all the usual information: odometer, trip mileage, total mileage, time, and plus and minus keys to change the gearing levels. We've got a bell, folding pedals, a front light, and I think these are quite novel too. Rear light indicators, how cool is that? The ADAE-20 Pro comes complete with a stand and a pretty comfortable saddle. There's also a rear rack, which I believe is able to carry about 20 pounds or so. And last but not least, you can take the battery come seat post out to charge it, or you can charge it in situ, as I'm doing here with the help of my Jackery power bank. Well, there you have it, the ADAE-20 Pro. And for me, the big pluses are the automatic gears, which really make riding this bike an absolute joy. I love the carbon belt, the train system. It's quiet, it's efficient, it's clean, and I love how the lithium battery is encased in the seat post. I think that's very clever. On the slightly negative side, I found that there was some slippage in the seat post, more annoying than anything else really. And I can't help thinking that £40 is still a wee bit heavy for a foldable bike, but I guess it is an e-bike after all. This bike will give you about 35 to 40 miles on a charge, and it'll cost you, depending where you buy it, anything between £1,200 to about £1,450. And on that subject, I'll add a discount code down below, and that'll give you a few quid off the retail price if you want to buy one. And I'll also add all the dimensions, the weights, and all the other info down below as well. So for now, if you found this video useful, please subscribe to the channel. It'd be really good to have you on board. So until the next time, stay safe, enjoy the outdoors, and we'll catch up soon. Bye bye for now.